What's going on, everybody? It's your main man, Drew Tube, and I'm back at you again with another video. Everybody smash that like button, hit that share button, and hit that subscribe button. Let's get into the video. Shout out to the squad. Everybody hit that bell notification so you won't miss a video. Let's get into it. When you have negative people in your life, it's important to always maintain a positive attitude. Let's get into it. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people who have negative attitudes, and sometimes just because we have a positive attitude, it doesn't mean we can stop that person from having a negative attitude. Sometimes when people are negative, they might even try to be more negative on purpose because they see you're a positive person. When a person tries to use their negativity to bring you down, that person is most likely personality narcissistic personality disorder. All right, I know I talk about that a lot on this channel, but this is something that they do. So if you're a positive person and people know certain things about you, like maybe these are your family members, you're close to these people, and they know certain things about you, what they're going to do is they're going to portray the opposite of what the lifestyle that you want. So if like you're trying to be positive, unfortunately, what they're going to do is they're going to paint a negative picture for you. They're going to talk about a lot of negative things, which is possibly could create a negative mindset for you. So they'll talk about all the stuff on the news. They'll talk about a whole bunch of negative stuff to where you won't grow up thinking positively. So if you grew up with like negative parents or negative family members, it's very important to stay positive, because a lot of times their negativity that they project onto you can change your perception of your reality, and it could have you walking around thinking that things are worse than they are, things aren't as good as they could be. You'll never get to where you want to get in life. So I mean, it's just it boils down to mental conditioning, what you're telling yourself, what you're thinking. So having a positive attitude, it boils down to your thoughts. So you're gonna want to think positive thoughts, no matter what these negative thoughts they're trying to like program you with, or no matter what they're trying to get you to think that you can't accomplish. You have to constantly tell yourself that you can accomplish these things, because when you get around people like that are real negative, it will make you second guess and doubt yourself. But a lot of times that's a part of their plan. That's what they want to do. They know that there's something that you want to be successful at, so they want to make you doubt yourself and to make you think that you can't do it, so that way you won't pursue it. All right, they want you to think that you can't do it so you won't pursue it. Because if they were to support you, if they were to help you think that you could accomplish this, even if they were to leave you alone. Even leaving you alone is too much. They have to say negative things around you, and they have to make you feel their negative impact. They have to know that they impacted you negatively. And that there are some people that just do this, and unfortunately sometimes they're a little bit closer to us than we would like. So you have to stay positive and you have to maintain a positive attitude. Just because you're related to these people, just because you know these people and they know you, doesn't mean that what they doesn't mean that what they say has any value. So what you have to do is you have to value your opinion more than other people. That's what I always say. That's why I always say that on this channel. So like when you're on your way to become successful, or when you're working towards that, you have to value your opinion greater than other people. Because other people are going to come along with their opinion, and then what they're going to do is they're going to try to make their opinion more important to you than your own, because they know you value your opinion, and they know that you're telling yourself that you could have these things and you could do these things. So what they have to do is, when they get around you, they have to discourage you. So they have to try to get you to think negative just like them. Because if they can get you to think negative, maybe they could possibly get you to second guess that goal. They can get you to think negative, they could possibly get you to think that you can't have what it is you want, and you can't be what it is you want to be. But if you couldn't be it, and if you couldn't have it, why would they be trying so hard to try to get you to think that you couldn't? Why would they be trying to get you to think so hard that you're just playing around, that you're not taking life seriously? People, everybody deserves time to figure things out without judgment, as long as that person is not um as long as that person is not doing anything that is hurting themselves or causing them to not be able to take care of themselves. All right, so if you're taking care of yourself and you're doing what you're supposed to do, then you don't have to, you can ignore pretty much anybody else's opinion. But along with ignoring their opinion, what you're going to have to do is you're going to want to say positive things to yourself, because a lot of times when you ignore things, it's like sweeping it under the rug. When somebody says something negative to you or something harmful or disrespectful, to avoid dealing with it, sometimes we ignore it. But a lot of times when you deal with how it affects you, then it's better than just sweeping it under the rug. You could deal with it, and it'll like more or less dissipate and fade away. All right, so, and on top of that, you could be more positive. So a positive attitude really helps, because when people are trying to tell you that you can't do something, it can sort of creep into your own thinking, and like I said, it could change your perception. People, if enough people get together and try to prove you wrong, or try to make you think you can't do something, you might believe them because of who they are, how many people it is, who they are in your family, like who so what type of friend they might be or whatever. So when you have things that you want to be, you have to constantly tell yourself that you can be it and you can do it. It's always best to not let them know, but a lot of times they're nosy and they like figure things out because they're doing like research on you and like studying you when you're not around and looking things up and like talking to people. Like they gossip a lot. They talk to people to try to find out what you're doing. They're probably still in contact with a lot of your old friends that you don't even talk to. Are they're probably still talking to some of those same toxic people that you used to have in your life, probably going out to lunch with them. Oh, let's go out to meet so and so. We see so and so here. Like these people have been trying to destroy you since day one with their negative attitude, but it's time for you to stop allowing it. You don't have to allow it anymore. All right, you could say today is the day where this stops, where you form a positive attitude for yourself, and you don't focus on the negative things people are saying. You don't give them any weight. You don't give them any energy. All you do is put all your time and energy and focus into what you want to be, because that is going to help you overcome what they're trying to create for you. All right, words have power, and when people try to plant negative seeds in your mind, they're doing it because they want you to form that ideology for yourself. Sorry, I had to scratch a mosquito bite. They want you to form that negative opinion. They want you to think that I can't do this. A lot of negative people, when it comes to their goals and dreams, they think that they can't become successful. They don't try to become successful. They don't try to reach any goals. All their goals they think are unobtainable, and they think, why try? Because they have a mindset that tells them that they can't have it. They have a mindset that tells them, I'll never be able to accomplish this. So they're trying to program you with the same mindset. And because you won't give up and because you won't fail, a lot of times people will take that out on you. They'll treat you different. They won't like treat you the same as the other people who want to fail, or other people who don't want to succeed in life as much as you. So when you have negative people in your life and they're trying to project their negativity onto you, just make sure that you stay positive and make sure that you correct your thinking. If they get you thinking thoughts like, man, I can't do this, or if they get you thinking thoughts like, why should I even try? I can't be this. Being around them too long, this is the energy that they're projecting. So you subconsciously pick it up, and now you start thinking like that. And that's why people call it witchcraft, because when you get around people and they project the energy, your subconscious picks up on that. So if they're projecting something negative, that's why sometimes that's why it's important to tell yourself that you're not your thoughts, because a lot of times people are projecting negativity onto you and you're thinking thoughts that are not your own. So a lot of those negative thoughts are coming from other people. So that's why it's very important to make sure that you always form and always have a positive attitude. A positive attitude is going to save your life. It's going to save your your perception of yourself, your self identity. A positive attitude will have you looking at yourself in ways that other people would not. Okay, so you might see yourself as being successful, being able to get ahead, being able to overcome your situation. Other people may see your situation and be like, "Wow, that person is screwed. That person is not going to be able to come out of that." So you want to, number one, stay away from people like that, and number two, you want to not pick up those same mental habits. When people think negative and they project negative, they're speaking from their own experience. So when people are harping on the fact that you can't do something, or when they're trying to discourage you, it's because they're discouraged. They feel they can't do it, and they're too embarrassed to try. Their self-esteem is too low. They don't value themselves. Like a lot of these people, their inner self-talk is terrible. They tell themselves all types of negative, horrible things because they don't feel that they're worthy enough. And when you come along feeling that you're worthy of something, when you come along feeling that you can have it, you do deserve it, what they have to do is they have to try to get you to think negative, so that way you won't feel that way. Because if you think negative, then you're not going to feel that you can have these things. So a positive mindset is going to destroy all these things. Always tell yourself that you can have what you want. Always tell yourself that you're always achieving. Always tell yourself that you're getting better each and every day. You're gonna want to form positive. You're gonna want to form a positive attitude by changing your thoughts. So if you have any negative thoughts that where you're telling yourself you can't have it, you don't believe this, you're gonna want to replace those thoughts. All right, so replace the negative thoughts with the positive ones, so that way you can have a positive attitude. All right, that positive attitude is going to help you destroy these people. They want you to think negative. They want you to feel that you can't have it, that you don't deserve it, and you do. So don't allow other negative people, because they gave up on life. Art, a lot of times when people give up on life, it turns them into negative, crude, bitter people who end up jealous of other people because they have more life to live, because they have more time to do what they want with their life, because because they're taking a chance, because they believe in themselves. That makes people uncomfortable. It makes people jealous. Not everybody is able to take a stab at what they want to be. Not everybody has heart to go after what they want in life. So when they see that spark in you, when they see that fire in you, they want to pour water on it. They want to put out that fire, because they don't want you to achieve what you see possible for yourself. They don't see it as possible for themselves. They don't want you to see it as possible for yourself. But you can with a positive attitude. And it's important that you maintain that. How you maintain a positive attitude is by, as soon as negative thoughts pop up, replace it with something better. All right, when you have a situation and it feels like you can't do it, no matter how hard it feels, no matter how bad you feel about it, no matter how discouraged or defeated you feel, you have to be mature enough to tell yourself something positive within that moment. You have to pick yourself up, and you have to continue to increase your positive attitude, because as soon as you think something negative and you go off in that, you're creating that reality and making that real. And a lot of times that is a thought process for people. We try something, it doesn't work out, we give up, we go into the extreme negatives, and now we live in this extreme negative world where nothing works out. And this is the life that we create for ourselves. We think nothing works out because we go to extreme negatives. We think nothing's going to work out, and we beat ourselves up, and we're hard on ourselves because we've been influenced by negative people. So a lot of times, if you think like this, you've been influenced by negative people, and you're all it is. Don't blame anybody. Don't waste your time blaming anybody. See what the problem is. Okay, the issue was caused by whoever, whatever. All right, now it boils down to me. They're not gonna help me fix it. They're not gonna help me change it. So what I have to do is I have to take responsibility, and I gotta fix this thing myself, so that way I could be a fully functional person in society. All right, because that's the goal, that's the aim. We want to be fully functioning people in society. But if you have a problem and you don't know what the problem is, and then you don't know what to change, you don't know what to fix about yourself. If you knew better, you do better. If you knew what was wrong with you, you'd be able to fix it. That's why the psychologists say the quality of your life is based off the quality of the questions you ask yourself. So if you're having a lot of problems, ask yourself, why am I having these problems? All right, if you're thinking negative, ask yourself, why am I thinking negative? Why do I not believe in myself? Why don't I think positive? I should be thinking positive. You'll get mad, you'll get angry, and you're going to pull that positivity up out of you. And you're going to kick that negativity. You're going to pull that positivity up in you. You're going to kick that negativity up out of you. So when negative people are in your life, always remain as peaceful and as positive as you can. When you know you have negative people in your life, if you live with them, if you're related to them, if you have to see them all the time, make sure that you prepare a positive attitude. All right, the Bible says, the Bible calls it sending your messenger before your face. Make sure that you prepare ahead of time where you know you're going to have to deal with this negative person. Say a prayer, bless them, all right, wish them the best, wish them the absolute best. Don't have any resentment towards these people. Don't have any hatred towards them. Don't have any anger towards them, because that's going to give them power. All right, they have a negative attitude. They're already negative and already difficult to deal with already. So you don't want to make that worse by focusing on their negativity. You want to focus on your positive attitude even when you're around the negative people. When you focus on your positive attitude, you're going to be focused on being more positive instead of focusing on their negative attitude. When you focus on their negative attitude, you're entertaining their negativity, and which could possibly cause you to engage, which could possibly cause you to focus on them. They're so negative. This is this and that. This is, as soon as they do something you don't like, instead of focusing on yourself and processing it and just saying that's just them and realizing you can't control them and who they are and who they want to be and how they act, you'll get upset and angry and react to them and give them what they want instead of staying to yourself, focusing on yourself, keeping a positive attitude. It's more than just, I'm going to keep a positive attitude. It's work behind it. That's why a lot of times earlier on, I thought I was like, man, I'm keeping a positive attitude. I'm positive, and I wasn't getting positive results. I wasn't being a positive person. Being positive or saying something is not enough. It's going to have to result in a change. There's going to have to be something that gets done behind what you're telling yourself you are or what you're thinking. There's going to have to be some action behind it. So if you didn't know, that's cool, but there has to be action behind you having a positive mindset. You have to replace the negative thoughts with positive ones, and you have to constantly think those positive thoughts and reinforce them throughout the day. It's work, but it's good work. All right, so it's the type of work that will change your life. It's the type of work that will help you have more friends. You'll be a more calm, peaceful, loving person. You'll be the person that you always wanted to be. You'll be able to have friends, attract people, because I guarantee it's nothing wrong with you. It's just some people come along in our lives because they're negative, and we get tricked into thinking that we should think this way. A lot of times, by the time we get to certain people, life has already kind of have destroyed their positive mindset. So we can't. I mean, so it's really is so don't blame nobody, because a lot of times life will have people with feeling negative and thinking negative. So by the time you beat them, life has already conditioned them to think negative, but if they haven't reprogrammed their mind. So a lot of times people never reprogram their mind. They never worked on themselves. So as a result, they became a negative person. So all you have to do is don't bash them. Try not to get angry at them. They're going to frustrate you. They're going to make you upset. But what you have to do is you have to leave them where they're at, and you have to elevate. All right, they're not going to change. They don't want to change. They don't want to discuss this. They don't want to elevate. They don't want to evolve. Cool. Change and elevation and evolution is not for everybody. So what you have to do, like I said, separate the elevate, even if it's time away from them, even if it's space away from them. All right, you may have to see them, but any time away is good time. So that way you can reprogram your mind, focus on the thoughts that you want to think, and that way you can be the person that you want to be and have that positive attitude. But it takes work. You're going to have to work on it. All right. And when you work on it, is going to be better than not working on it, better than keeping the negative thoughts, better than thinking that you can't change when you can. A lot of times we get into certain thoughts and we think that's just life. But no, you can change. You can have a positive attitude. You don't have to keep thinking negative. You don't have to be bothered by the negative thoughts of other people's projections onto you and your life. So I'd like to thank everybody for watching this video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, show some love in the comments, and I'll see each and every one of you amazing people in the next video. Peace.